Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Christine. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Just here this morning to talk a little bit about your participation in the Power of One conference. I am so excited that you're going to join us.
Thank you.
We have a little surprise for people too, but they're going to have to come to the conference to see that. But
Okay.
yeah, I love your art so much.
Oh,
I'm so happy that I ran across you in West Elm.
yeah, thank you, Christine.
Yeah, you want to tell us a little bit about, I love your story about when you started and how you started and why you started, especially the little piece about your daughter.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
So, let's see, I guess it was 2009, May of 2009. I was going through a divorce, not the best time of my life. And within a few months of that, maybe a year, my daughter would come over and she'd spend a lot of time drawing. Now, I have a background in art. I've been graphic design for 20 years and I've painted several murals for people. And they were always what other people wanted me to paint. So they maybe want me to paint Mickey Mouse or the Beatles. Not my style. I didn't have a style. I would just do whatever they wanted me to. And I never considered myself an artist because I wasn't doing what I wanted. I was just following orders. And but everyone else considered me to be an artist. So my daughter would come over and she'd just draw all the time. She'd crank out 10 drawings in an hour and had zero inhibitions. And she was really good, especially for a 2-year-old. And at one point I thought, why am I not doing this? Why am I so inhibited? She didn't have any inhibitions. Why should I? So that was one of the goals I made. After this is all over and I get to reboot my life and start from scratch and address all the things, that I've had my whole life to address and just haven't addressed. Now I get to do that. I get to start from scratch. So that was one of my goals, is to be what I considered to be a real artist. What I meant by that was I would paint what I wanted and hang it up and people would buy it. And I had two problems, is that I didn't know what I wanted to paint and I didn't know how to hang it up and have people buy it. So, but that didn't matter. And, just that was my goal. And I'd work on that and I'd figure out a way. And I went to another style. I think you've seen that, the splatter paintings, that went over really well. Anyway, I was always looking for an opportunity to leave my full-time job and go on my own. And without getting into too much detail right now, I ended up having that opportunity. And 2 years ago, I left my job. And just 2 years ago, on November 2nd, I left my job and started. I'd moved to Uptown Dallas previously, and I had done a few paintings of Dallas landmarks. And people would email me and say, "Hey, is that for sale?" And I'd say, "Well, it is now." I wasn't planning on it, but yeah, sure. And so yeah, a few months into me being self-employed, I started doing the Dallas landmarks again, and they just took off. So I like doing it. I was doing it for fun anyway, and other people liked it, and I just used that as an opportunity to refine my style and can continuously refine my style, develop a brand, and continue to develop a brand. And next thing I know, I'm 2 years into it and really enjoying it.
And you're making your living with your art, aren't you?
I know. Yeah, it's like, it is hard, don't get me wrong, but it's getting easier all the time.
I love that. I love that. You're going to be such an inspiration to so many people at the conference. So many artists are trying to figure it out, and I can't wait for them to hear more of your story and more of how you've done that. Thank you so much for telling that much of it today. And if people wanted to find you and find your art, commission something, or see what you're doing, how can they find you?
Well, just to be clear, the spelling of my name can be a little confusing just because everyone gets it wrong. It's EricHanson. And so if you go on Facebook and do Eric Hanson Artwork, all one word. If you go on Instagram and do Eric Hanson Artwork, all one word. Or if you go to my website at www.erichansonartwork.com, that's EricHanson Artwork. And you'll find a lot of my work. Yeah.
Awesome. And you do commissions, right?
I do. Yeah. That's a lot of it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for taking time with us this morning. I look forward to seeing you soon in Dallas.
Thank you. Thank you, Christine.
Bye.
Bye-bye.